practically.
Yeah.
Oops, sorry. It's okay. Okay, come on. Not popping up. There we are.
Center Point, that's the new plaza that they put up on 77.
On 775, it's
Closer to South
closer
or
to
North Elementary's campus?
No, that's
Oh,
that's called Calaveras Crossing. But
Okay.
this is further down, like if you were going to Lavernia.
Oh,
At like
okay,
I think the other
yes.
can't think of what that crossing road is.
I
34,
think I know which one
32.
you're talking about.
Mhm.
Yeah. Used to have friends that lived back there.
Just waiting for this to pull up on my phone, even though we are live.
Don't we all love technology?
Like, why is it doing
That's
this?
exactly what technology did to me
Mhm.
last week.
Oh, I had fun last week. Yeah, this was had to
Our
do
computer
different things.
tower went out last
Oh
week.
no.
And so I had to figure out a workaround
Mhm.
because my monitor for my computer doesn't have an HDMI port.
Oh, fun.
So I couldn't just HDMI my laptop to it.
Right.
To still,
Oh yeah.
I was like, man, this is, if I could have done that, we
Mhm.
would have been able to take card sales and blah, blah, blah. But all last week, we could only take cash sales because my computer was, it came in over the weekend. I got a replacement one. And so I'm
Yeah.
like, just something.
It's always something.
Always.
I agree. Well, I just had to click a different button, but it looks like we are on. And
Okay.
hopefully we're staying on. And I see a couple of watchers. And good morning, Sharon. Thanks for always tuning in, giving us your feedback. Let me just, we do have volume, so we're good. Let's start this thing. Well, good morning and welcome back to another WCN Live here at the Wilson County News. My name is Kristen Weaver, Director of Operations, and my guest today is...
Hello, my name's Brittany Brass. I am the owner of Modern Nostalgia Video Games and More, which is just right a hop down the road.
Sweet. Wow. Thanks for coming all this way to come see
All right.
us, right?
Take a
Neighbor.
nice long walk.
Yeah, really. But welcome back. First, let me thank our sponsor, WCN Live. We're sponsored by White Lightning Liquor. They're located at Center Point on FM 775, so that is between here and Lavernia on your way to Lavernia from Floresville. At that Center Point, 775. But check them out, a great location, great store, and we really appreciate your sponsorship, Jerry Coldaway. She's a wonderful community contributor. So reach out to them. They're tagged in the description of this video today. And before we get started, if I could have you draw a winner, let me explain. So every time we're live, we ask that you post a comment. By doing that, you get into our next video's drawing. And so, Brittany, if you could draw a winner from last week's WCN Live, we will have a winner.
We will go with this one.
All right.
Caitlin Peterson.
Congratulations, Caitlin. Awesome. I'll be reaching out to you on Facebook Messenger later. Make sure you know how to pick up your C Street Gift Shop goodie bag that we have put together for you. So be sure y'all share this video. Know you're going to learn a lot today. I think it's going to be fun, kind of going down memory lane a little bit. And I'll put this out here after I guess you have an introduction. Let me let our guest introduce herself. Tell us a little bit about you, where you're from, and what brought you here.
Well, I am from all over, really. I grew up and moved all over Texas. I was born in New Mexico.
Cool.
Just before I started 8th grade, my mom moved her and I up to Alaska.
Wow.
I knew I had family up there. I just had never met them.
Wow.
Well, I'd met my grandpa once,
Mhm.
and that's when my mom was like, his health was going, so we moved up. and I spent the rest of my school years in Alaska,
Wow.
and I've been back and forth ever since
Mhm.
since I graduated high school.
Going back to see the family in Alaska.
Yeah, my
often.
mom still lived there up
Nice.
until 22. She passed away in 22. She came and stayed with us.
Yeah.
She got diagnosed with cancer, and she came and stayed with us.
Oh, wow.
And we made sure she, made all of her appointments
Yeah.
and everything. It just,
We got to take care of her.
yeah, one of the
Wow.
problems with being in Alaska, you're so far away from everything
Yeah.
that things tend to not get diagnosed until later. So
Oh,
it's kind
that's
of rough.
unfortunate. Gee.
But yeah, I've been back and forth
Mhm.
between Alaska, so I've always had the question of why between the two extremes.
Right,
And, like,
and
the
it
first,
is
yeah,
hot
like the
and
first
cold.
time I didn't really have a choice. You know,
Mhm.
I was 12.
Yeah.
But since, like, I just get that pull to go
Mhm.
back to Alaska every couple of years. Like, I met my husband up there.
Oh, nice.
It turned out, we met on a dating website, but it turned out we had actually met each other
Uh-huh.
way back when I first moved up to Alaska when I was
Wow.
in middle school.
Fascinating.
Yeah, a
Small
friend of his
world.
had that's the
Mhm.
crazy thing about Alaska. The whole
Yeah.
state feels like that.
Wow.
Because there's so very few populated areas
Fantastic.
that just everywhere you go across the state, you run
Yeah.
into somebody.
So what part of Alaska?
I lived, when I moved up there, we lived on the Kenai Peninsula, which is most known for its fishing. The Kenai River, I lived right on
Nice.
it. And then after I graduated, my mom moved to Wasilla, which is more north. And then, so when I came back with both my kids, I was
Mhm.
pregnant with my second, came
Mhm.
back. And I lived there, and then I met my husband, and we lived in Eagle
Yeah.
River, just outside of Anchorage.
Wow,
So I
very
was
cool.
in the mostly populated
Yeah.
areas. Like, I didn't
Mhm.
live interior, but we went and
Wow.
visited and stuff. Like, I've seen a lot of, just not southeast.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah.
Very fascinating to know that. Well, so then how did you get your start here in Floresville with opening? I want to start there before this other question, but modern nostalgia.
So actually, I wasn't the first owner.
Okay.
I bought it from the original people that opened up the shop.
Right.
That was the Maisie family.
Mm-hmm.
They had
I
opened it
remember
and
them.
run it for like a year and a half.
Okay.
And things were turning, and she wanted to leave the business. My
Yeah.
son was working there for them.
Oh, okay.
And so just chatting with her.
Yeah.
And my husband and I had been discussing for years how I kind of wanted to do something of my own.
Right.
And it had always been thought of a coffee shop,
Mm-hmm.
but I had just worked for a local coffee shop
Mhm.
that had to close.
Okay.
So I was like, I don't think that's going to be viable.
Okay.
So when she was just like jokingly asked me,
Mhm.
do you want to buy a game store?
Yeah.
I was like, actually. So
You've
it
been
was
looking
just
for
kind of like
something.
fell into
Yeah.
my lap,
Okay.
which is crazy because like my family all thought it was like my dream when I told them that this is what,
Yeah.
I did. I bought a video game store, and they're like, oh, that's so, I'm like, really?
Wow.
Dorian's the one that knows most of everything.
Mhm.
Like I turned
Your
to my
son.
19-year-old
Nice.
for
That makes a
for
lot
a
of
lesson
sense.
like on a daily basis.
Well, then, so what got your start, or did you have one in the world of video games and collectibles?
I've always just been a kid of pop culture.
Yeah.
Growing up in the 80s,
Mhm.
living through the 90s, and our generation right in there, we are known as the most nostalgic
Okay.
because that was when like the world took a turn.
Mm-hmm.
And so like how quickly everything that we grew up with was so outdated and antiquated,
Yeah.
how fast that happened.
Yeah.
We all still have like a really strong hold on what we did in our childhood.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, in the same way, whenever I walk into the store, like,
Oh, it
even
just takes you
even now,
back
when
a
I
bit.
walk in, I'm just like, yeah, I still look around.
Mhm.
One of my vendors, Joe, he's the one that has all of the comics and the
Okay.
collectible toys
Mhm.
and stuff, and that's what gets me all the
Yeah.
time. He came
Cool.
in with a Rainbow Bright doll one time, and I was like, she's mine.
I want to see that. I need to
Yes.
come in your store.
I bought her.
that would be
She's in my
fun. Like
closet.
almost, I bet it's like going in a museum for
Yeah.
for our generation, right?
Mhm. Yeah, it's
Wow.
like it's actually kind of after we bought it and everything.
Yeah.
visited Austin a couple of times, and they have the Texas Toy Museum there,
Cool.
and they have all of the different video game generations and all the different toys. It's an actual museum, and you can walk
Wow.
through,
Nice.
play the video game
Yeah.
consoles and everything.
cool.
They have all
Cool.
the arcade cabinets. I love that place. We love going to that place when we go to Austin. It's really fun. You just
Wow.
pay a cover charge for the day,
Uh-huh.
and then you get to hang out.
Oh,
They even
nice.
serve alcohol. Like, it's a really
cool
neat place
spot.
just to spend a good
Yeah.
chunk of your day when you're getting hot walking around
Right.
Austin.
That sounds like a good getaway. While y'all are watching, share if you have any input about your favorite pop culture item or your favorite item from the past that also like still sparks interest now, that's kind of made a comeback. We want to know your thoughts on that. So as you're posting, and remember to post while we're live so that you can be part of our comment contest. Let's have some of that feedback if you don't mind. So yeah, tell me about most of your customers. What do you see? Are they mostly kids, older generation?
I
What do
see
you
a good mix of both when it comes to what they're in there for. I have a Pokemon vendor, and so that's what all the younger kids are in there
Yeah.
for. I mean, I've even got, high school seniors coming in
Yeah.
and going crazy over
I
Pokemon,
bet.
which I never even got into when it originally came out. So that's one thing that I'm like, my livelihood is on a little card that I never even had an interest in.
Wow. But you do now. No.
Yeah. Bring me all the Pokemon.
That's right. That's right.
But yeah, I see like when the adults come in, they're the ones usually asking me about our generation of game systems. Like, do you have anything older than that?
Yeah.
And I don't have the system, but I have several game titles for the Atari system, which is one that like shocks people. Like, that thing's still around.
Right.
I'm like,
that's
if you
another
can
one I
find
recall.
one in working condition.
Yeah. Yeah, that was my thing that we even came across some years ago with my kids. I was just fascinated that we found a Nintendo, the classic Nintendo, and then introduced my little ones to the Mario Brothers and the basic games that it comes with. They had a lot of fun with that. That was
Yeah.
their introduction to video games at the time.
I still think it's funny. I show my
yeah.
son my like Donkey Kong from
Yeah.
Super Nintendo,
Oh, okay.
and he was like, "Mom, that looks terrible."
But it's so much fun.
I was like, "But for us, that was
awesome.
That was the best we had seen on
Yeah.
TV."
Yep. That was fun. What would you say is the most sought after collectible that you have that people ask about a lot?
Really, honestly, it's the Pokemon. That's the most sought after, and it is because it's currently collectible for cash value.
I see.
That's why it has so much attention into it, is that everybody is hoping to bank
Yeah.
on that one card in whatever box that they're looking through. But when it comes to like the rest of the most valuable would be so hard to like, because I see value as like the individual's value
that's true.
that they put into the item.
Yeah.
So it'd be hard for me to say, but I know that we have like we have a couple of 3DS systems that are like almost the $300 value because they were those really cool Galaxy printed 3DSs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Interesting.
But I mean, honestly, you look into the comics and stuff, and you're gonna get a different answer from anybody
Wow.
because, of course, characters that they're looking for. It's why it's so different.
Yeah.
You never know what you're gonna see.
Interesting. Okay. Well, so then you covered that with the most valuable collectible. All right. What about the most popular video game? Is
The most
one that you're saying?
popular video game, honestly, I get a lot of people that are looking for the different Call of Duties between the different systems.
Right.
Castlevania is still and that one's from the 80s.
Okay,
And people
cool.
want it on like Nintendo.
Yeah.
And and that one's like a highly sought after. It was supposedly
Interesting.
like one of the best ones.
Okay.
And then again, you get into the people that are like looking for specific games just because they liked those titles.
Yeah.
But I really want to say between Call of Duty and like, I really wouldn't know what else to put up there with Call of Duty.
Okay. That sounds fair.
I just know that I'm asked about that one a lot.
Yeah. So can you give me like for one, let's remind, we kind of hinted on this, but Modern Nostalgia, you're located right here downtown Floresville on C Street.
1115 C Street. I'm at the break in the building.
Yeah, right across from the courthouse on that side.
Got a perfect view of the courthouse.
You'll need to come downtown Floresville and check them out. Now give me a little bit of a lay of the land of your shop. Like, tell me, you've mentioned a couple of the items, Pokemon, comics. Can you give us a list of kind of
Yeah,
lay of the land?
so when you come into the shop, I've got locked cases, and that's where you'll find all of the big sealed product of Pokemon that my vendor JD has.
Okay.
There's a glass case that's got all different kinds of sports and individual cards.
Okay.
That's another one of my vendors.
Yeah.
So that we have kind of an array of collectible cards.
Cool.
Including Magic the Gathering, which is another one from the 90s that, like, I wasn't into, but then my son got into it at the shop. And
Okay.
so it's something that has grown within the shop since
Cool.
I took over, because he was really interested in it, and so we just kind of grew what we were bringing in, and the fact that we did a renovation on our store a year ago, just almost a year ago. It was just after last Peanut Festival.
Okay.
Did a renovation to kind of change how the space was set up so that we could keep tables out, so that people can come in during the day, any point in time, sit with their friends, play card games.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
I
nice.
mean, we've only got 2 tables, but we also host Magic the Gathering. They come after closing on Friday nights.
Oh, neat.
Anywhere from like 7 to 11 o'clock. They come to the shop, just a whole group of them, get in there, play Magic the Gathering. Rather
And
than
the age for that is?
Anywhere. We've got some kids that are at the high school, and then we've got 20, 30, 40-year-olds.
Okay,
playing
kind of
too.
teenage to young adult and
Yeah.
older. Okay.
There's also another new shop here in town. They've got a lot of play space as well.
Really?
And so our groups
Y'all
go back and
collaborate.
forth. Yeah,
That's cool.
they host card games throughout the week later in the evening,
Okay.
so that like they'll come and
Interesting.
shop with me, especially on Thursdays.
Yeah.
They'll haul over there because
Okay.
they'll have a
And
Pokemon.
spend their time out there.
They'll
Awesome.
have a Pokemon game
Okay.
and stuff like that. So it was really nice to see that more businesses
Right.
that I can collaborate with are
Right.
popping up now too.
That's neat. Do you want to name them?
The name of the place is Shonen Shuffle, and they're out 181 Business Loop.
Got it.
When you're going towards San Antonio,
Yeah.
where the loop comes back together, they're right there in that little house at the
I
end
see.
where Gator Guns is at.
Right. Fascinating.
And they had come to me early on in me owning the business and asking me about like, hey, like,
What
how
do you
big
think?
is this?
And
Like,
what do you
because we're
think?
interested in trying to provide something like this too. And
That's
so
cool.
it's been something, whenever they did open up, he was
Yeah.
like, hey, yeah, we spoke. And I was
Right.
like, I remember.
Yeah.
Like,
Very cool. Very cool.
they snuck in on me at my shop one day. I didn't know it was them.
Yeah.
And, like, that it was the owners from Shonen. I just knew
Yeah.
him as a customer.
Right.
And so I was talking to him, and I even showed them their flyer that we had up at the shop. And I was like, there's a new place out here, more table space, like more options of games and stuff.
Right.
And he was like, oh, I know, I'm the owner.
Oh,
I was
very
like,
cool.
you totally just undercover bossed me.
Oh, wow. But what a great way to work together.
Right. I love
Cool,
it.
cool.
That's one of the things that I was really looking to do
Yeah.
with it, was just to keep it local.
Yeah.
But like,
That's nice.
you need those shops. You need the ones that aren't trying to sell to everybody in the world, that are just trying to support their
niche.
community, be
Very
here
cool.
for their community.
Okay. Well, let's circle back to, so we've got Pokemon, you've got the sports cards,
Mhm.
you've got some tables.
And then we've got a comic stand that has a couple of bookshelves around it,
Cool.
where we've got manga and like walkthrough guides of games, but also
Nice.
for like tabletop games. You've got
Okay.
like your instruction booklets and stuff like that
Mhm.
for like D&D and stuff
Cool.
like that. So it brings in,
Mhm.
as I like to say, the nerd of many colors.
Mm-hmm.
And that's really why I enjoy working and having it. Is
Yeah.
just I get to see the people that
Yeah.
get excited about the
But
same
yeah,
kind
that
of stuff.
fascination that pops up, the enthusiasm for
What is it, that
the
pop,
product.
pop culture is
Yes.
really where I'm like, I know that character, and then when my son's like,
Yes.
I have no clue, and I get to give him a lesson.
Oh, cool. Cool. So the comics and the books on games, right?
Mhm. And then our cases will have our higher priced video games. We've got our acrylic cases that have all of our Pokemon packs, the single packs. And then behind that, which is behind our like countertop, is where we have all of our game consoles that we have for sale.
Yeah.
So any of the ones that we've taken in for trade-in have been tested, and then we put them on the shelf. So anytime we get a trade-in of any kind of, be it just games or a game and a console,
Yeah.
everything gets tested before it gets put out onto the shelf, so
And
that we
you
know
guys
that it
do
works.
that?
Mhm.
You guys.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's my
So-
son's favorite part of his game is
Son.
or his job. He just gets to
Yeah.
play video games.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really awesome.
Everybody's like, "Are you working hard?" And he's
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, real
Oh,
hard."
yeah. Gotta get him in action. So then, in that case, do y'all do any repairs, other kind of services?
We do repairs. Right now, it has backed up. I will give a warning to that. In fact, actually, right now would probably a good time to mention that we are kind of looking for anybody who has knowledge of console repairs and like controller repairs and stuff like
Right.
that, be it simple or more complex.
Right.
Because I have one guy that
Okay.
knows a lot of the things, but he's not available to me as often.
Yeah.
And so I know I need to pick up
Cool.
my my repairs and stuff, so I'm looking for another reliable repair person.
Okay.
And so if anybody is interested in that, you can always just come into the shop. I am always there Wednesday, Thursdays. It'd be a good time to catch me and talk to me. My son is there the other days, and he will relay any information. But
Yeah.
when it comes to repairs, there's a lot of problems here recently with like Xbox and PlayStation has been the HDMI port gets knocked loose, and then it doesn't want to, and then it won't connect. So
Oh, yeah.
it's a simple thing, but it
Yeah.
requires soldering. So you can bring it into us. It usually takes a couple of days when we're on target.
Yeah.
And so that's one that we've done HDMI replacements on. A plethora of systems. We repair like your Nintendo Switch, the rails and the Joy-Cons, because
Okay.
the rails get loose, and then the controllers don't want
Yeah.
to connect. So
Okay.
it's just to replace those rails, and then
Right.
bloop, everything's working
Cool.
again. We also do anything as simple as cleanings. Like if you've got an old system
Yeah.
from like an estate sale and you're not sure if it's gonna work, like you can bring it in, we can clean it up. $10 charge.
Nice.
Yeah, and then we've got a disc buffing machine
Okay.
so if you've got a game that's not wanting to read or anything, you can always bring it up to the shop. We'll run it
Yeah.
10-20 seconds and you can always see if that helps.
Oh, that's great.
So we've got all different kinds of stuff
Yeah.
to help
Exactly.
it keep going along so that you still
Yeah.
get all of your entertainment needs.
And you've kind of mentioned then some of those common things that people perhaps are
The repairs that
Find
people
on
find
their
they
own
need,
stuff,
when
yeah.
it comes to stick drift on your controllers.
okay.
That's another thing that because the newer technology of the thumbsticks in
Yeah.
your controllers, we can replace those
Wow.
to where you have the newer technology to where there is no stick drift.
Okay.
all kinds of stuff.
Mhm.
Like I said, the HDMI one has been the most prevalent one, just from systems getting knocked over. Like you're moving it from one place to the next, and it gets jostled just enough that solder breaks loose.
Okay.
So,
Fascinating.
but I mean, we've done all kinds of things from replacing capacitors in the old Nintendo Entertainment Systems to working on the newer like Xbox Ones, Switch, Game Boys. We've done all kinds of stuff, even if it's just, hey, I found a backlit screen, will you swap it for me for their Game Boy?
Yeah.
We've done that several times.
Wow, neat.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, if you have a part that you just want to have swapped on, come in and it's a charge just for the swap.
Yeah.
Or if you have a problem and you don't know what it is, we diagnose it, we order the part. You're kept in the loop through the whole thing, and then boop boop, as soon as it's done. Here!
That's great.
Your gaming system's back on track.
So you were mentioning earlier before our conversation, but my fascination would be the classic Nintendo consoles, and you said like those are actually not as expensive as people may think.
Right, it's one that always shocks people whenever they come in and see that it's only like a $90, $80, $90 price tag on the Nintendo system, because that is the one that really started most people into gaming. Yeah. And so they're really shocked to find out that it's not even $100. Well, the Super is like $130.
Okay.
So everybody's really shocked to see that the Nintendo just isn't actually that expensive. Yeah. And I go by, I don't just make up my own prices. I go by a website called Price Charting. Okay. That's what my point of sale system uses. Okay. When we take a trade in, it gives us by the details that we put in. Is it complete in box? Is it missing some things? Is it just loose? And that's the price that we post it as, and then that's the price that we go off for any kind of trade-in. Okay. Because we also do cash trade-ins for if you're not playing a system anymore, you're not playing any games, you can bring them in. It's a 20% of what we would resale it.
Very nice.
For. So, and I mean, beginning of the months, you can usually tend to get a little bit more out of me. End of the month, no, my budget gets tight at the end of the month. But
hey, y'all heard it here.
I really look for those systems.
Very cool. Yeah, so if you're just popping in on this conversation, we've been talking with Brittany from Modern Nostalgia. They're located here on C Street in downtown Floresville, just across from the courthouse. And wow, it's just it sounds like a great place to pop in on. And can't wait to give that a try and look. But the Pokemon cards, the sports cards, comic books, video games, consoles, and even space for gathering, or for people to enjoy
come in and
playing card games, right?
Like I said, we don't really have space for like tabletop,
right?
So like D&D. Another one that's out there is, of course, the name's gonna slip me now. Wow, my friends are going to be disappointed.
You said D&D, and that's Dungeons.
Yeah, that's the big one.
Okay, so what is D&D?
D&D is Dungeons and Dragons.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah, so you've got, a big table set up.
Yeah,
so,
okay.
But for the, like, trading card games and stuff, everybody's playing on their mat. You can put 4 people to a table real easy. And
nice.
So, there are Friday nights that we'll have anywhere up to, like, 16 guys crammed into the shop playing. Cool. And I love it. Yeah. I'm glad that I was able to make the adjustments within the shop that I could provide that and it be something new that the people in Floresville have access to and not have to drive or worry about their kids driving in and out of San Antonio.
Keep it home. That's great. Yeah, so are there do you have any like events or anything we might see you at, anything coming up?
Not that I can recall right now. The summer months have been a little harsh, so I haven't been able to plan anything. But as usual, because I am right here in the middle of downtown, Peanut Festival. Yeah. We're open throughout the whole thing.
That's cool.
And what was it, the first year that we did it, I had my son walking around in a blow-up Pikachu costume
Oh, cool.
throughout
Yeah.
the festival and
There you
everything.
go.
So,
Mhm.
we, every month for the shop, we do a Pokemon raffle giveaway.
Okay.
So, for any of the people in the shop that buy Pokemon, we give you a raffle ticket. You
Cool.
put your name and your phone number on it, and we put it in a bowl.
It's fun.
And the very first weekend of the new month, we do a drawing. We usually have anywhere from like 12 to 24 winners,
Yeah.
because he'll just take a booster box of Pokemon packs,
Wow.
and everybody that draws
Uh-huh.
wins one of those packs.
That's neat.
So we do that every
Okay.
month. And it's just whatever new Pokemon is out, he gives out one additional pack to whoever's, like, each time your name's drawn, that's
Yeah.
one pack.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
if you're in there a lot,
Mhm.
you got more chances.
Cool.
And then as for any place that we're going to be out and about, I don't have anything on the schedule as of right now. I haven't heard of any card shows local. There's a card show happening in Seguin this month.
Okay.
Later to the end of the month.
Yeah.
It's going to be their first one.
Okay.
This is the first one
Neat.
that they're
Yeah.
trying to do, so it should be, I hope it turns out well for them.
Oh.
Seguin's far enough away
Yeah.
that I was like, eh.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if there are any other card shows coming up, I'd
Yeah,
love
you-
to hear from anybody about them. I would love to put up tables.
Right.
Like, we have no problem doing vendor kind of things.
Yeah.
We've
That's cool.
we vended at the Home and Garden show, and we won the award for the most
Nice.
interactive booth because I
Yeah.
had a balloon pop game.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Wow. Well,
So I
hopefully-
love doing those things.
Yeah, yeah. We should be seeing you more than also we'll be seeing you out at events and stuff as they pop up. So will you be at the Home and Garden show this year? Next year, I mean?
Sure.
Awesome.
Because that
I'll
was
have
so
to
much
invite
fun.
you to come
I-
back. Yes.
I loved it.
Great.
Only thing is, I tore my vault suit last time.
Oh my. You were
I was-
interactive. No.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, chasing
Oh.
balloons.
Oh. That sounds fun. Wow. Well, that kind of takes me to the end of my questions. Do you have anything else you'd like to share that we might have left off that you thought of?
I think we covered everything. Just the fact that the shop covers everything.
Yeah.
We've got puzzles, board games, just a little bit of everything. And with some adjustments we're making in the shop of where we're putting some stuff, we're trying to make some holes for some new stuff. And I know one of the things that I want to really want to carry in there is music.
Oh.
And so one of my vendors, he has a lot of different like cassettes, CDs, vinyl. So I was like, yeah,
that
let's
would
get
be
that in
nice.
here.
Cool.
To me, that's the only thing that's missing. There's no music.
That does sound like a good thing to add to, and what a great goal, and see that you of the growth that you're even bringing to what you're doing. That's just fun. So, wow, great job, and thanks for coming on today. Really enjoyed hearing about your business and all that you're doing here in downtown Floresville with Modern Nostalgia. So,
Thank you.
yeah, thanks everybody for joining us. Appreciate you, loyal watchers, and be sure to share this video. I want to thank our sponsor of WCN Live, that's White Lightning Liquor, and they are located, you can find them on Centerpoint, at Centerpoint, which is on 775 here going toward Lavernia. So you check them out for, it's a great location, great shop, and we thank you so much, Jerry, for your contributions to the community and for your sponsorship. So you can find Modern Nostalgias tagged in the description of this video, as well as White Lightning Liquor. And thanks again for joining us. We will see you again next Wednesday. We'll be on at 10 a.m. Bye.